With Conor McGregor saying he will be training Dillon Danis for his boxing match against Logan Paul.
I'm going to train him for this, and I guarantee a win.
Logan has just responded with a challenge for McGregor, a $1 million bet on Dillon to win.
If you're so confident in your boy, I got a bet for you. I bet Dillon, but he's a broke bitch. I got $1 million that says I beat your boy on October 14th. Come on, bro. Come on, I know you caked up. See how confident you are. Imagine all the coke you can buy, you fucking drug addict. 2 dummies, 1 night, October 14th, I'm fucking you both up.
And bantamweight champion Aljamain Sterling reveals the time Floyd Mayweather tried to poach his girl.
I heard a story that Drake tried to holler at your girl.
No, it was Mayweather.
Mayweather. Excuse me, Mayweather. Big fan of Mayweather as well.
Yeah. He sent over his minions to try to pick her up. This was back in like 2016, I think. But I was still undefeated at the time. So he sent over a girl. No, I think he sent over a guy first. Told us to we can both come down. I'm like, man, I ain't stupid. Like, I'm gonna come over there. You guys gonna try to take her up and try to push me back, and then I'm gonna feel some type of way and be like, nah, I gotta create a scene because you're not about to punk me like that. Yeah. And he left. He came back with the girl, and the girl was like, yeah, no, really. He said you guys can both come down. I was like, listen, I know how this movie goes. You could tell Floyd, he's undefeated in boxing. I'm undefeated in MMA. If we want to figure out what's the better sport, we can find out today.
Somebody's O has got to go.
Yeah, but I don't think they went and actually told him that. But I was like, yeah, I'm a big fan, but you ain't about to have me looking stupid out here.
Talking to Sterling, his title defense against Sean O'Malley is this weekend at UFC 292. So Michael Bisping and Anthony Smith give their thoughts on the fight.
What are your early thoughts on that fight, Anthony?
Yeah, I seen a clip earlier. It was O'Malley saying life or death. He cannot let Aljamain Sterling get a hold of him. I don't like that mindset for O'Malley. Yes, you don't want to end up in grappling exchanges. You don't want to end up wrestling with Aljamain Sterling, but this is a fight. You have to acknowledge and accept that it's probably going to happen. I don't know. I just never liked the mindset of my goal and my game plan is that just can't happen. But what happens when it does? You have to be able to at least be prepared enough to get back to your feet. This fight is... First guy that makes a mistake loses.
So life and death, he says he cannot allow Aljamain Sterling to get his hands on him. One could argue on a devil's avocado vibe that that's just him being true and being honest and assessing the situation because I kind of agree. I think if
me too. I just don't like that he feels like that. I totally agree too.
I just think that's a realization of where their two skill sets are. I think Aljamain's tremendous at what he does. And I'm leaning towards him because of his skill set, because of his history, the form that he's on, and the way he out-wrestled Henry Cejudo was so impressive. Sean O'Malley, I think he probably is at a major disadvantage. So he's got to use footwork, switching stances. He's got to dance around, circular movement, perpetual motion, lateral movement, use the range, use the reach, minimize kicks, lots of jabs, lots of 1-2s. But you got to do that. That's a frustrating way to fight. As a fighter inside yourself, you don't want to be avoiding the fight, right? Mm-hmm. So that kind of goes against your mindset as a fighter as well. But B, to do that consistently for 25 minutes, it's a very, very hard thing. And it will cause the crowd to start booing and shit like that as well.
Yeah, it's a lot to ask out of a fighter for sure. I always talk about that home run mentality. Guys are swinging for the fences and sometimes it's okay to hit singles and doubles. And across, through the entirety of a fight, that usually tends to be a little bit more successful. But I agree that he needs to not get taken down. He needs to stay off the mat. He needs to not let Aljo get a hold of him. I just don't like that that's his thought, that's what he's thinking about.
I think there may be a bit of gamesmanship there. I think there may be a bit of hype in the fight for pay-per-view sales. I think there's every eventuality that he's done all the homework, getting back to the feet and defending the back, which is primarily the attack that Aljamain is going to go for. I mean, who was it? He just had a victory against a very high-level grappler, a Japanese fella, on Submission Underground. He choked him out.
That Quintet event that I was the captain.
Quintet, sorry.
Yeah, that was awesome.
What was that?
Did you see me? That was Gomi. Do you see me on the side? Losing guillotine. My shit? Do you see me losing my... I was coaching him and absolutely lost my mind. It was a super sneaky guillotine.
So O'Malley's got those.
He's okay there. He's not bad on the ground.
That's my point entirely. So there's a bit of gamesmanship there. He's been doing jiu-jitsu for a very long time. But I do think that is kind of the top and bottom of the situation.
And O'Malley's coach Tim Welch has some words for Sterling after he said he'll be moving up to featherweight after this fight and believes Volkanovski would batter him if he did. I really do think he's the greatest bantamweight of all time, and people debate that saying Dominic Cruz and stuff, but you look at his resume, okay, you got to take out the fact that TJ was hurt because that's no one's fault but TJ's that he stepped get in there. And how good Corey Sandhagen is, Aljo took him out under a minute. And then how big of a beast and how confident Henry Cejudo is, Aljo beats him also. I think it's pretty easy to say Aljo is the best bantamweight there's ever been right now. I truly think Volkanovski, pound for pound, the best fighter on the earth right now. So as good as Aljo is, as strong as he is, as good of a grappler he is, I think Volkanovski would batter Aljo.
So I'ma let my chest poke out just a little. I'm headed to the top, can't stop in the middle. We are on the rise, so keep watching the sky.